What is up, my cutouts? Cardboard Ninja here, coming at you with the Dronepocolypse update for 2023. The new game mode is back out. It's not a new game mode, it's a returning game mode. And for those of us who have played it before, you play as a tiny little drone. And on top of your drone is, of course, crazy big weapons that you have to use to blow up an enemy's Leviathan. Leviathans don't have guns, they don't fire back, but they just travel around. They're a big target for you to shoot at while you shoot them with your tiny little drones. It's a fun little game mode. It's existed for, like, I think this might be the third Dronepocolypse, so this might be year 3. The first time through, there was only one Leviathan that existed, and if you were like a god of Scorpion players, you could literally one-hit the entire thing because it had a fuel barrel in the back of it that was hidden behind its harvester. You pop that, you could destroy the entire thing. You had to shoot a little duck inside, and if you destroyed the duck, then you completed an achievement to unlock a duck. It was crazy stuff. Anyway, this is the third iteration of that. The third iteration of Dronepocolypse has multiple different Leviathans that drive around, from boats to ships, to a guy on a toilet. It's hilarious. It's fun stuff. And yeah, the idea remains the same. You have these random guns on your build, and you go and you try and destroy it. Let's see here. Yep, this year they've again rebuilt familiar Leviathans and added new Leviathans. They've added some drone voiceovers that say some fun stuff as you blow up your opponent. Good stuff. Yada, yada, yada. I've played several matches. It is basically as fun as it used to be. If you enjoyed it before, you'll enjoy it again. You, of course, get these random drone crates if you complete the daily quest of playing in Dronepocolypse, and it is a random event. I'm sorry, it is a random reward. So it's not as though you're guaranteed to get, what you actually want. There's stickers, but there's also, you could get the duck, you get Cyberduck, you can get mattress paint, is right there. You can get the hologram for the imaginary friends, little drone thing, and of course the big question decor, which has been in the game for a while. Continuing on, Polar Lights is continuing. They are apologizing. They're like, look, remember how we said that we're ending the rewards you get 4 weeks early? Yeah, you guys took that the wrong way, which is the way we took it. And they are now going to make it so weekly challenges will continue until the end of the battle pass. All right. Hey, look at that. Big Mad Stinky Stinkies made them actually reverse course on something. We have the Water Cavern Stash event. This is the thing that people have been complaining about. My previous video is somewhat about this. But long story short, it exists now, has containers, etc. Yeah, there's a new CK for the Retcher. You get some coins, etc. It's $10. I am going to pass on this battle pack for my own reasons. Continuing on, the new weapon, the Laser Revolver Athena, it's actually more closely related to the, think of it kind of like a burst fire miller. It's basically a burst fire miller. If you land all your shots, it explodes in last shot. It's a laser. It heats the parts. There you go. The crafting recipe was changed. For those of us who don't know, it took 3 ATGM flutes, 1 Young Wing, and 1 Capcan to craft. They changed it. They reduced that from 3 ATGMs to 1 ATGM. Yes, it's still pack only crafting. Like, you can't craft this without pack items. So, yep. So the people out to the naysayers out there who said they would never do that, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. They did it. They did it. But it's in the game. I think it's sold for 6,400 coins at present. Continuing on, weekly challenges are, I think, being changed. So yeah, the raid challenges are all different now. I didn't look. I need to go take a look. So originally you'd have raid for engineer badges. You'd have weekly raid challenges that would go from medium difficulty, plastic, medium difficulty, copper, hard difficulty, electronics. So now they're saying that this is no longer going to be tied to specific resources. So you just have to raid. So this means that you could do normal plastic instead of having to do normal copper. Because again, there are a lot of people with a lot of copper, and that is kind of a waste of fuel. The challenges for victory in raids has become a singular chain, meaning you just have to do one, you just have to raid. That's it. It's not multiple different types. First challenge of the chain is easier, but the rewards have been decreased, and the final challenges are rewards are higher. The total number of badges is the same. They just made it so if you're a newer player, I guess it will be easier for you to obtain badges. We'll see how that goes. They've added new blueprints for AI opponents. I mean, that's actually not bad. AI opponents 35 to 4K power score. That sounds interesting. Hopefully it's no more triple cannon bots. We'll see about that. There are now the ability to break glass in a number of locations in new maps. That'll be cool just to see. I actually just want to see that. I've yet to actually see that. And that is Peaceful Atom, Assault Forge, Engineer Garage, and Old Engineer Garage. During the battle on Nameless Tower, certain weather conditions, all attentive survivors will notice a pleasant surprise. So go to Nameless Tower. I don't know, maybe there's something in the sky? Not sure. Because it does say all attentive survivors can see it. And they've improved a number of environmental objects in the Old Engineer Garage. The rebalancing of cabins has been done. Yeah. Basically, the special cabins that were all in the game, those are the blue tier cabins, all of them fell to the wayside of the Growl. The Growl basically shit down on them from space, and instead of nerfing the Growl, they've decided to buff them all up, which is great. Gorilla, the starting cabin, now has 9 energy instead of 8. Tonnage, etc., Duster, etc. I would go through all of these changes. Oh, wow. Interesting. The Thug gives 10 energy and its power score is increased, but they didn't change anything else about it. Anyway, so yeah, in effect, every cabin that is rare or lower has been buffed in some way. You pay a little bit of mass usually, but no one cares because almost everything is going to 11 energy, and heavy cabins are even going to 10 energy. Not bad. Carapace, as I said before, 55 kilometers instead of 50 kilometers, still dog shit. The largest change, I think, comes to the Bat. The Bat was one of the most notable downgrades from the Growl for power score. Now it's just a pure upgrade. It is amazing. I already mentioned that the acceleration... mass influence of acceleration on acceleration by 43% is huge because this means that this is going to accelerate like a 100 plus kilometer an hour cabin. It's great. Good job. The Bat's going to be great. The Pilgrim, it's going to be, it was already good. They didn't remove any stats. They didn't change anything. They just added a perk that it works with some energy weapons now, just like the, not Quantum, it's like the Photon. There we go. Last time I said Quantum, and people are all like, oh, you said Quantum. It's fine. Sorry. There's like a million things in this game that I have to remember. My apologies. Jawbreaker is going to be a miniature humpback. Literally 15% bonus damage to all weapons as you take damage, which is great. Carjack changed. No longer takes energy. Can only have one. The standard auto jack changed, 5 more seconds off. In my previous video, I tried to walk through the history of the carjack, and I accidentally skipped one of the iterations because it did not go from 30 seconds to 15 seconds to 10 seconds. That is wrong. It went from 30 seconds to 20 seconds to 15 seconds to 10 seconds. So now it's down to 10 seconds. If you're upside down, you're still going to die. So you might want to shove a carjack on every car that you own, especially if you get flipped often or, knocked over by your teammates, etc. The Avenger was slightly nerfed because of the fact that everyone's using it with the Catalina. Ampere and Gastion got their durabilities increased. ML200 legs are now looking like a spider. They don't go straight out. They go off at slight angles. I got to see this. Like, I've seen some of it. It looks kind of cool. You can mount them, front mount them. So those will be fun. Big Rams got their buff of 5% power. Maybe they'll be usable again, and higher power scores. Icky 4, Icky 7s now have nerfed power scores, so that basically they cost more power score. Cantilena Cannon got nerfed with common rarity weapons because people refused to stop seal clipping with that. The Tackler did receive a nerf. This is a nerf. I tested it before the patch. They're changing the protection type from... they keep using different terminology every single patch. They're saying it's now implemented through damage protection rather than damage resistance. They keep changing these words around. Last time they said damage blocking rather than damage reduction. It doesn't really matter. The long and short of it is there's 2 types of damage reduction in the game. There's the good kind and the bad kind. The good kind does exactly what it says. The bad kind does not. They converted it from the good kind to the bad kind, effectively. So that is a nerf to the tackler's durability. The Avalanche got a nerf where the direct bullet damage no longer passes through all parts. I have yet to see a big change here, to be honest. It still seems to clap cheeks because it does a boatload of damage. The Omamori fixed an air quotes issue where the damage absorbed by the Omamori was further reduced by the resistance upgrade, the talent of the co-driver Grizzly, or any other similar perk. Long story short, I covered this in the last one. This is a huge nerf to the Omamori because of the fact that the Omamori will still prevent damage, and the amount of damage that you take will still be the same. So assuming that you have both Grizzly perk and Omamori perk, you have the Grizzly perk on a weapon that's attached to the Omamori, and let's assume that you also are using the cabin, cabin that reduces all damage you take by 30%. All those things will still stack just as they did before, 100%. Exact same, except the Omamori's damage reduction will apply first. And the reason why this matters is because it means that the damage shield that the Omamori has, that reservoir of hit points, will receive the damage before being split. So before, if you had 60% damage reduction from, say, the Grizzly's perk combined with, let's just say, the Call's triple drones out, then you'd have 60% damage reduction. Mind you, that's cross out 60% damage reduction, which actually comes to in the neighborhood of 41% damage reduction. And then that damage would then be split by the Omamori afterwards. So if you 100 damage was coming in, you would take 41% off of that, which would leave you at 59 damage, and then you would split 59 damage between the Omamori shield and yourself and the part that was taking damage. Now that's not the case. 100 damage comes in, 50 goes to the shield, then the remaining 50 gets split by your damage resistance perks. So that is actually a nerf to the Omamori, huge nerf to the Omamori. But most people were really only using just Grizzly. So it's not that big of a nerf, but it is a nerf. The Annihilator drone has had its flight speed reduced. The power drain has been reduced, the durability has been increased, and the damage has been increased. Again, if you get caught by these and you're in a heavy or medium cabin, you're still fucked. So I don't know. We can no longer like our own blueprints shared in the exhibitions. Oh, but that's the only way to get likes on my blueprints. Anyway, let's see here. An in-game notification about ongoing special event for part upgrading. So I guess that means that if part upgrade events are going on, you'll actually get a different notification, or at least one will actually pop up so you actually are aware of it. Added the setting spectate through the player's eyes, which is enabled by default. In spectator mode, the camera is fixed to the crosshairs of the selected vehicle. Moving the mouse with the right mouse button or stick. Oh, neat! We can actually see what players are doing now, what they're looking at, instead of us just spinning the camera around guessing. It's like, does this guy see this guy? Neat. Add a specific value of the received bonus for the rifle to the perk description. What? Add a specific value of the received bonus or the rifle to the perk description. No idea what that says. Added a display, number of clan battles, etc. Improved the appearance of the window. Added a new setting for gamepads. Neat. Sound. Neat. The aspect and the no thung now have shell casing sounds. That's cool. The synthesis and Helios now sound better, apparently. And garage sounds better, etc. Oh wait. The Frankenstein CK has new sounds. Isn't that the one that laughs? Anyway, miscellaneous. Full screen mode has been removed. It's now possible to change this to windowed full screen. Unlike full screen, this mode works better with multiple monitors. Added a new attachment points for the front end part. The updated visual and physical models of the gun mount wheel. Updated the visual and physical models of the RS1 Ruby. Maybe we'll be able to actually fit that radar on our cars now. Added the ability to discard items that cannot be sold using production, upgrading, or recycling. Okay, I would have sworn that we didn't have to worry about that. I thought that we had I thought we could just dismantle them. Oh look, stickers. JB Rider, Crossout Lovers, Silicakra, and High Potential now all have stickers in the game. Good job, guys. Well done. Visual effects have been updated on a whole bunch of the exhaust pipes. The Hugin has a changed appearance. I thought the Hugin looked all right. I don't know if they changed. The textures on the Captain's Bridge has been changed, and yeah. Optimize the effects of the CK Hammerhead fish for the Omnivox cabin. Okay. Bug fixes. They fixed a bug with the meat grinder auger, which is the one that they keep nerfing over and over again. They tried to reduce the hurt box on it, and they did, but unfortunately you could now be in contact with people and not do damage. They fixed that. Um, there was a problem that when wheeled cars would stick to walls after colliding with them. I literally had this problem up to the patch. Like I thought that was by design for some reason, but apparently that's not. So they fixed it. They fixed a bug where tracked vehicles couldn't be turned over using a car jack until you were holding down forward. That's weird. Fixed a bug due to which the sound of the tracked vehicle landing wasn't always played. Fixed a bug where the Jiboku mine layer, while being covered by other parts, couldn't fire if the vehicle was standing on a slope. Fixed a bug where parts mounted on the oppressor were hovering. Fixed a bug that allowed players to get outside the game zone when Curse Mimes. Fixed a bug where it's possible to change the armor car blueprint while waiting in the battle queue. Didn't know you could do that. That sounds cool. Fixed a bug due to which after players get destroyed, the enemy that destroyed the player wasn't shown. This I've seen. I've had this problem again very recently. I was like, that guy's dead, right? I assumed I killed him, but I was like, I gotta keep playing. But I just kept going. So now the battle log will pop up and it'll say the person gets blown up now. That's good. Fixed a bug where deleting one of the saves of blueprints could block the interaction with other blueprints. Fixed a bug where the incorrect animation of the Huygens cabin engine. Fixed a bug with a mismatch between the visual and physical models of the cliff in the engineer's garage. Fixed a bug due to which the walls of Sector X map could be invisible, etc., etc., etc. I don't think... Oh, wait. Fixed a bug due to which the skill of the co-driver Phobos didn't work for the minimum detection range. That's really good that they fixed that bug. Phobos getting his perk up was a bitch. Yeah. That's that. That's the new update. Dronepocolypse. In a nutshell. So yeah, low level play has gotten a little better because everyone's getting more energy, and well, the drones are back. So hope everyone had enjoyed this, and I hope everyone has fun. See you in the wasteland. Peace.